Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I know I said I would only get one video out today, but I finished work, I've got home, seen a few things. This has kind of caught my eye and I thought we should really address this before the weekend's over. Get people in the know and get people to understand. And then also slinging a few things out there that are more or less run a few flags, not red flags, but kind of like these little flags going up. Well, hold up a minute. This doesn't add up. So Terra Classic could receive $5 million in funding from Binance, and this is from the initiatives recovery program that they're doing. This has been about for some time. Anyone can apply for this. You don't need to be part of a collective on the moon. You don't need to have given 5 years of your life to a dojo, anything like that. You can simply just apply for it. If you're working in crypto, you've got a project and you need help, you can apply for Binance's industry recovery initiative and you can be granted funds from that. So I think a lot of people have got, I think a good word is hyped, a bit excited about this 5 million in funding, because it's good, right? 5 million in funding coming to the LUNC blockchain. This is what we need to see. Okay. But there's a few things in here. For starters, the one thing I always check on all of these posts recently is who's writing them, who's the author. And something you'll find is Akoya David writes a lot of them, Albert Brown writes some of them, and then there's another person that writes them. And what I believe is these people are being paid to write these articles. It's just a hunch, okay? It's just a hunch, but it's always the same people. And they are very specific on who they mention. It's always Ed, the L1 development team, and Terra Vita. They will never mention anybody else. They'll never bring any other influencers, any other projects into these articles. It's simply just about Ed, TGF, L1 development team, and Terra Vita. So they're stating about this, how the 5 million in funding could change all of the projects on chain. But my issue at the moment is it's been nearly a year. It's almost HCC's 1 year birthday since we made Twitter. It's coming around. So it's nearly a year we've been at this now. Okay, all jokes aside, it's been funny. We've had a giggle. Now it's time to be serious. This asking for $5 million, it's, for me, I understand it very, very well now, because them saying, well, we're going to get $5 million. But if you want to have a grant from us, you could loan it. You could loan it from us and pay us back. Pay us back the loan. It's all becoming questionable. There's funds in the OC pool. There's funds in the community pool. And it just seems the only funding that's ever happened is just simply towards where they dictate the funds go. So my best advice for everybody right now, Metaglory if you're listening, Exodus if you're listening, Lunar Burning Nights if you're listening, Gorada, anyone else that is building a project, go and apply over at Binance. You do not need to apply with our grant scheme. You don't need to apply with our community pool. You don't need to loan from the L1 team. You can simply go and apply for this yourself. You do not need anybody's permission. You don't need to ask anyone. You can simply go and apply for it. And this is something that's becoming a bit of a joke, that they state it every so often. You don't have to do it for us. You can do it yourself. But it just seems that this is projects in the LUNC community feel like they have to go through this route. They can't go off and apply somewhere else. And it's becoming a problem. If this $5 million in funding does land on the blockchain and it lands in 2 batches of 2.5 million, I do not want to see any of that money go anywhere other than towards helping projects and helping this blockchain get back on its feet. I don't want to see us funding people's Roombas or funding more of the L1 development team. My quandary at the moment is how the SHIB development team get paid, how they do things compared to our team, and then looking at how other teams in the blockchain, how they pay themselves and how they do everything. And it's all become very questionable. I'm going to be bringing this up later on today in the podcast as to why all of a sudden it's going to take $5 million for Ed to be able to get to a point where he can fund projects. Because as they state in this article, which I think a lot of people have got hyped about, is that this is all to help fund projects. But they completely paused helping projects. They have still not helped projects, and they're still beating around the bush about helping projects, and help is just coming too late. But what you're seeing is a clean cut take of a possible $5 million going straight into the L1 development team, straight into TGF, where it's controlled again, where we don't have an option as to where it goes, what it does, how it's spent, which way the blockchain goes. We as a community need to ensure that if these funds are coming to the blockchain, that they're not going to become part of this centralized circle, which is TGF, which is just simply run by three people. Three people that are all part of this blockchain, all hold high positions of power in this blockchain. But we are centralizing how the funds are going to go out, where they're going to go out. I'm very interested to see if there's any evidence to back up the unsanctioned spending coming out of the TGF. If you've got any evidence, if you've got any information on that, feel free to contact me. Feel free to send it over and we will address it in the podcast later on today. This could be really good. This could be really good. But the issue is it's the same people writing the articles. It's the same people mentioned in the articles. And it's always the same thing. Oh, everybody else is crap and we're really good. It's not fair on all of the people that are working day in, day out to build the LUNC blockchain. And then what we're seeing is all of these other people have got these great ideas, which they're totally entitled to their own ideas. But this is LUNC. I don't want to see any of this funding go into an artificial intelligence chain. I don't want to do it. AI is a whole bucket load of just issues. ChatGPT is being banned in a lot of places. It's already banned in Italy. I just don't see our blockchain being in a position where it's going to benefit from artificial intelligence. I see a greater benefit of readdressing the mint to burn situation, putting money into an algorithmic situation where we've got commodity pools, trying to find some way that we can use our stupidly large supply in games. Places where it can be used for microtransactions, places where it's needed. With Japan opening the doors very soon to the whole crypto market, looking for stable assets, looking for these kind of assets that are going to be needed in mobile games. They are looking, they are scoping out. This is our time as a community to shine. Like I was saying, what I want to see from this is that funding go to a place where it's going to help, where it's going to do something. It's not just going to sit there doing nothing and simply for the TGF to use it for traction and stuff like that. Because I saw a couple of comments this morning of people saying, the price is moving up. Maybe it's to do with this. This is what I call a baseless movement. There's no real evidence behind it to support the run. It's just kind of hearsay, possible funding's coming. These are not the sort of things that get me excited. What gets me excited is seeing that the TGF have now funded 3 projects on the chain, and now we're going to see those projects excel more than they are. Because if you go back to these key building times of Metagloria, LBK, Exodus, the price was up. The price was really up. And as they go into building stages, as they're going through their kind of transformation stages, and then each time one of those release something, they do something, the community gets so excited, they get happy about what's going on. And who doesn't like games? The whole world games. People, it's complicated for a lot of people to be able to go and live these kind of experiences anywhere else. But you can come home from work, jump on your driving simulator and simply go for a drive. It's that simple. These small little things are going to have such a big impact on crypto later on down the line. If we prepare ourselves accordingly to ensure that LUNC is the fruit picked from the bowl, I don't see us having a problem in the future. Hopefully, our development team, whoever's going to be leading this, can understand the power of gaming in crypto. Folks, that's all I've got for you for now. Stay safe, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I will catch you in the next one.